It's not far from me. It's like a half hour, but I grew up here. I went to high school in Huntington Beach. Today, I'm excited to be here, and I'm just gonna like hang out.
Many people know Brandi Passante as the confident woman who walked into storage auctions with a calm face, quick humor, and the courage to compete against experienced bidders on storage wars. Week after week, viewers watched her search through abandoned storage units, hoping to discover hidden treasures that could turn into big profits. On television, she looked fearless and always ready for the next challenge. She became one of the most popular faces on the show because of her sharp decisions and honest personality. However, life away from the cameras was very different. Behind the smiles and funny comments was a woman dealing with many personal struggles that most viewers never knew about. She had to balance family responsibilities, financial pressure, public attention, and emotional pain while trying to build a better future for the people she loved. As her popularity grew, so did the challenges that followed her. Instead of enjoying a simple and peaceful life, she found herself facing situations that tested her strength again and again. From raising children with medical needs to protecting her family from unwanted public attention, Brandi's journey became much more than a reality television story. It became the story of a woman who refused to give up even when life became difficult. While many celebrities are remembered only for their success, Brandi's story is also about determination, sacrifice, and learning how to move forward during hard times. Her life shows that fame does not protect anyone from pain, and sometimes the strongest people are the ones quietly carrying the heaviest burdens. Looking beyond the television screen reveals a person whose experiences shape her into someone far stronger than many people realize. Before television changed her life, Brandi lived a simple life filled with ordinary responsibilities and dreams. She met her longtime partner, Jared Schultz, while working at a carpet cleaning company in California, and together they began building a family. Like many young couples, they hoped to create a comfortable home and provide a bright future for their children. Their son, Cameron, was born first, followed by their daughter, Peyton. But the happiness of welcoming a new baby soon turned into years of worry and hospital visits. Peyton was born deaf and with a cleft palate, a condition that required major surgeries and continuous medical care. As a baby, she went through a long operation, and later she needed regular speech therapy to help her communicate. At almost the same time, Cameron faced his own serious health problem and required surgery for a kidney condition. Suddenly, Brandi was not only a young mother but also a full-time caregiver trying to stay positive through endless appointments, treatments, and uncertainty. She often spoke about how exhausting those years were and admitted that she sometimes questioned whether she was doing enough for her children. Like many parents in difficult situations, she wanted to give them every opportunity but worried that she could never do enough. Even during those stressful years, she continued moving forward because her family depended on her. Those experiences taught her patience, strength, and compassion, qualities that later became part of the confident woman millions of viewers would see on television. Instead of allowing hardship to defeat her, she slowly learned how to face each new challenge one day at a time, putting her children and their well-being above everything else. As Brandi Passante became one of the most recognizable faces on Storage Wars, life changed in ways she never expected. Millions of viewers enjoyed watching her compete at auctions, joke with other bidders, and make smart business decisions, but fame also brought problems that could not be solved by winning a storage locker. One of the most painful moments came when she became the target of an online scandal that spread across the internet. A fake adult video was shared with the false claim that the woman in it was Brandi. Even though the video had nothing to do with her, many people believed the rumor, causing embarrassment and emotional stress for both her and her family. She decided to fight back through legal action instead of staying silent, hoping to protect her name and stop the false information from spreading further. Although she won her case, the experience left lasting emotional scars because the damage to her reputation could not simply disappear. At the same time, being a public figure brought another unexpected problem: personal safety. As her popularity increased, she reportedly began receiving disturbing messages and unwanted attention from strangers. Everyday activities that most people take for granted, such as shopping for groceries or filling up the car with gas, suddenly became stressful experiences. Instead of feeling excited about her success, she often had to think about protecting herself and her family from people she did not know. The constant pressure affected her peace of mind and reminded her that celebrity life is often very different from what fans imagine. While viewers saw a confident woman making quick decisions on television, the reality behind the scenes involved anxiety, responsibility, and the challenge of raising children while living in the public eye. Through every difficult moment, Brandi continued showing up, proving that real strength is often quiet and unseen, built through everyday decisions to keep moving forward despite fear, criticism, and emotional pain. For many years, Brandi Passante and Jared Schultz were known as one of the most recognizable couples on Storage Wars. Their different personalities created entertaining moments on screen, with Brandi often balancing Jared's bold decisions through careful thinking and practical advice. Fans enjoyed watching them work together and assumed that their partnership was just as strong away from the cameras. However, reality was far more complicated. Running a business, raising 2 children, and living under constant public attention placed enormous pressure on their relationship. Like many couples facing financial stress and family responsibilities, disagreements slowly became more common. The demands of television also meant that private problems could easily become public conversations, making it difficult to solve issues away from spotlight. Eventually, after spending many years together, Brandi and Jared decided to go their separate ways, bringing an end to a relationship that many viewers believed would last forever. The separation was a major turning point in Brandi's life because she had to rediscover her identity as an individual instead of being seen as one half of a television pair. Rather than allowing disappointment to define her future, she chose to focus on her family, her work, and her personal happiness. When she returned to Storage Wars as a solo bidder, many people wondered whether she could compete successfully on her own. Brandi quickly answered those doubts with calm confidence, careful bidding, and smart business choices that showed she had always been a talented buyer in her own right. Away from the auction floor, she also embraced a quieter and more independent lifestyle, sharing moments of her personal growth with fans while keeping many parts of her private life out of the public eye. The experience taught her that sometimes the hardest endings create the opportunity for new beginnings. Instead of being remembered only for a broken relationship, Brandi gradually built a new chapter based on self-confidence, independence, and the determination to keep moving forward. Her journey became an example of how personal setbacks, while painful, can also become the foundation for a stronger and more fulfilling future. Although Brandi Passante's personal life was filled with challenges, her career on Storage Wars continued to prove that she had a natural talent for finding value where others saw only junk. Many bidders rushed into auctions with big risks, hoping for a lucky break, but Brandi developed a different strategy. She carefully studied each storage unit, paid attention to small details, and relied on experience rather than emotion before placing a bid. This thoughtful approach helped her earn respect from both fans and fellow buyers. Over the years, she became involved in several memorable finds that showed her sharp business instincts. Some lockers contained valuable collections of vintage toys, rare items, and unique antiques that sold for far more than their purchase prices, turning ordinary-looking units into profitable investments. These exciting discoveries became some of the most entertaining moments on the show and helped establish Brandi as one of its most recognizable stars. However, life on reality television was not always as simple as it appeared. Questions about how much of the show reflected real events and how much was influenced by television production created controversy among viewers. Lawsuits and public discussions about editing and production methods led many fans to wonder whether every dramatic moment happened exactly as shown on screen. Even though these debates surrounded the series, Brandi continued focusing on her work instead of becoming distracted by rumors. She understood that television is designed to entertain, but her reputation as a careful buyer and hardworking businesswoman remained an important part of her public image. As her popularity grew, so did opportunities beyond the auction world, including interviews, social media projects, and appearances that allowed people to see more of her personality. What impressed many supporters was not only her ability to discover hidden treasures but also her calm attitude under pressure. She never tried to be the loudest person in the room, yet her confidence and practical thinking often led to success. Her career demonstrated that patience, observation, and smart decision-making can be just as valuable as taking big risks, making her one of the most respected and admired personalities ever to appear on Storage Wars. After years of being known as one half of a famous television couple, Brandi Passante entered a completely different stage of her life. The end of her long relationship forced her to make difficult choices, but it also gave her the chance to discover who she was as an individual. Instead of stepping away from the spotlight, she returned to Storage Wars with a renewed sense of purpose and confidence. Standing alone at the auctions, she showed viewers that her success had never depended on anyone else. She trusted her own judgment, made careful purchases, and continued proving that experience and patience could lead to profitable results. Many fans admired the way she handled this transition, seeing a woman who refused to let personal disappointment control her future. Outside of television, Brandi also began exploring new opportunities that reflected her own interests and personality. She became more active on social media, where she shared moments from her daily life and connected directly with supporters who had followed her journey for years. Rather than presenting a perfect image, she often showed a more honest and relaxed side of herself, making her even more relatable. Reports of a new relationship suggested that she was slowly opening her heart again, but she appeared far more careful about keeping her private life away from constant public discussion. She also expressed interest in creating projects that would allow her to tell her own story without the heavy editing of reality television, giving fans a chance to hear her thoughts in her own words. These changes marked an important period of personal growth, proving that life does not end after heartbreak or major change. Brandi embraced independence instead of fear and viewed every challenge as another step toward a better future. Her willingness to adapt, learn new skills, and continue building her career inspired many people who had experienced their own difficult transitions. By choosing growth instead of regret, she transformed herself from a reality television personality into a strong and independent woman who continued moving forward with confidence, determination, and hope for everything that still lay ahead. Like millions of people around the world, Brandi Passante faced unexpected challenges when the COVID-19 pandemic changed everyday life. The uncertainty of the time affected families everywhere, and she was no exception. After becoming ill, she chose to share parts of her recovery with her followers, giving them an honest look at the physical and emotional struggles she experienced. Instead of pretending that everything was fine, she openly discussed the fear, exhaustion, and slow process of getting better. Many fans appreciated her honesty because it showed that the confident woman they watched on television was dealing with the same worries as everyone else. During the same difficult period, Brandi also experienced a deeply personal loss with the passing of her father. Losing a parent is one of life's hardest moments, and she expressed her grief through heartfelt messages that revealed a much more private and emotional side of her personality. The combination of illness, family loss, and the uncertainty of the world forced her to slow down and focus on what truly mattered. Rather than chasing constant success or public attention, she spent more time appreciating her children, close friends, and the simple moments that often go unnoticed during busy years. These experiences also changed the way many people viewed her. Fans no longer saw only a smart bidder from Storage Wars but also a woman facing real-life struggles with courage and honesty. Even while dealing with grief and recovery, she continued working and finding ways to move forward without allowing sadness to define her future. Every difficult experience became another lesson about resilience, patience, and gratitude. Looking back, Brandi's journey shows that true strength is not measured by fame, money, or television success but by the ability to stand up again after life delivers painful setbacks. Through personal loss, health challenges, and uncertain times, she continued choosing hope over despair and growth over fear. That quiet determination has become one of the most inspiring parts of her story, proving that even the hardest chapters can lead to new purpose and a deeper appreciation for life and the people who matter most. Brandi Passante's journey is much more than the story of a reality television star who found success at storage auctions. It is the story of a woman who faced personal struggles, family responsibilities, public criticism, and unexpected hardships while continuing to move forward with determination. From the early days of building a life with Jared Schultz and raising 2 children with serious medical needs to becoming one of the most recognizable faces on Storage Wars, her path has never been easy. She dealt with online harassment, unwanted public attention, relationship changes, health challenges, and the emotional pain of losing a loved one, yet she refused to let those experiences define her future. Instead, every setback became an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. As the years passed, she transformed from someone known mainly as part of a television couple into an independent businesswoman and public figure who earned respect through her own decisions and hard work. Her calm approach to auctions, practical thinking, and willingness to adapt helped her build a lasting career, while her honesty about personal struggles created a deeper connection with fans around the world. Perhaps the most important lesson from Brandi's life is that strength is often found in ordinary moments rather than dramatic victories. It is found in showing up for family during difficult times, rebuilding after heartbreak, facing criticism without giving up, and believing that tomorrow can always be better than today. Although the title of her story may focus on tragedy, the bigger message is one of resilience and hope. Every challenge she faced added another layer to the person she became, proving that success is not measured only by television fame or financial gain but also by courage, kindness, and the ability to keep moving forward when life becomes difficult. Today, Brandi Passante remains an admired personality not simply because of what she discovered inside abandoned storage lockers, but because of the determination she displayed throughout her personal journey. Her life reminds us that hidden treasures are not always found in auctions. Sometimes the greatest treasure is the strength we discover within ourselves when we refuse to give up, no matter how many obstacles stand in our way. If you want this type of content, then subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.